Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Makeup by Yolie. I am super duper excited today because I am finally reviewing the Glamlite Burger Palette. Yes, this palette right here. I have been holding on to this palette for a while. I have been racking my brain about when to do a review, and finally I've had time to figure it out, and I wanted to do a review before it was too late, and just kind of talk about this palette in general. As you guys have known, if you've been following me, you know that I did the Glamlite Pizza Palette review a couple of months ago, and I'll leave the description, I'll leave the link in the description down below. And it was a beautiful palette. You know, it was blendable, the payout was good. I left some good comments in there. Overall, I had fun creating it. I added some props. I was a little extra. This time I am not. This time I'm gonna be a little bit more sophisticated in this review. And I had fun creating the look. I mean, it's a creative palette. I mean, you know, you're spending money not just on the colors, because the colors, I mean, you can pretty much see these colors in similar palettes, but you're paying for the packaging, you're paying for the creativeness, you're paying because it is a pizza or it is a burger. So that is what you're paying for. Anyway, today I am doing a review on the burger palette. Yes, this beautiful palette right here. And as we open it up, you get this beautiful burger shaped palette, and it has a mirror built in, and of course all these beautiful colors. I'll swatch a couple of them so that you guys can see how they pay off. Right now we have a couple of toppings that you would see on a pizza, on a burger. The last review, the pizza palette, the colors were listed as toppings that you would see on a pizza. So this time you have pickles. I'm just gonna swatch a couple. A Thousand Islands, this one right here, Thousand Islands. Blue cheese, which is this pretty blue one right here. I'll show you some of the mattes. We have tomato. Let's see if we can get this too. There we go. And then I'll do one more color to fit the thumb. Let's go out with this mustard, which is the yellow. Not bad, right? Not bad. Now let's just see how this pays off on the actual skin, right? The eyes. So I got this palette. I'm really excited about using it and creating a look today. Also, you can't just have a burger without fries, right? So naturally you would get the Fry-Lashes to go with it. So yes, I got the Glamlite Fry-Lashes, and it comes in a pretty packaging. It makes me want to have some burger and fries right now, or a burger and fry right now, or burger and fries right now. It makes me want to have burgers and fries right now. But I'm going to use this complete kit to create today's look. So if you want to know how I create this look, then keep watching. Also, don't forget to subscribe, guys. If you've been following me, if you've been watching my videos, I mean, naturally, just subscribe. I mean, obviously there's a chemistry going on. You like me a little. Anyway, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification, because there will be more stuff coming in the future, as I always say. Definitely leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. If you've already purchased the palette, if you used it, what were your thoughts? If you haven't already yet and you want to know more about it, let me know. Drop me a comment down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you guys for continuing to watch and for continuing to watch me grow on my channel. We are now, I think, 25 videos in after this video, or we are already 25 videos in, and I'm just so excited because honestly this had been a dream of mine to kind of do my own thing on YouTube and on Instagram. If you are not following me on Instagram, you should. It's makeup _by _Yolie_. You can find me on Instagram. So definitely let me know what you guys think. Communicate with me. And yes, thank you guys for everything. I'm very grateful, very appreciative. And let's get this video on. I mean, why are we wasting any more time? I know you guys want to see this review. So you know what? Let's get this video on and popping. I'll see you guys in a bit. first color we're going to start with, and before I even mention that, I have already groomed my brows using my Anastasia Beverly Hills. Where is it? I can never find anything on this table. Like, I know it's staring at me. You know when you look for things and you know it's staring at you, but you just can't seem to find it? That's me. Like, in my mess, in my chaos, I can find everything. Trust me. Organization is not what I need, which sounds crazy, but it's not. Like, I can find things, you know. However, it just takes a little bit of time, right? But anyway, I started with for my brows, I did the Brow Wiz, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, dark brown pencil, brush. I used my MAC medium deep palette corrector, pro concealer. I gotta get the words out. But anyway, I use this bad boy right here. Like I told you in my last video, this kind of saved my life. As you know, I live in the sunny state. The sunny state. Is it the sunshine state? Sorry. The sunshine state. And right now we are hit with a lot of sun. And so I love being in the pool. I love being in the beach. And if I could be a mermaid or if I could live by the water, I would. And obviously it left me a little blotchy, and I definitely do need help with correcting my skin complexion, which I have been working on, and making sure that I stay hydrated with my skin routine and that I exfoliate. So I've been doing all of that, which is why it looks a little bit better than it did last time. So anyway, this color corrector has saved my life. I'm able to blend out different colors for my concealer, for my brows, so that it doesn't look like lighter than my complexion. And also it serves as a color corrector, especially when you have some dark areas that you kind of want to red out. So yeah, this has been my lifesaver right now. I know it looks a little old. I've had it for a while, but when it ends, when the party ends for this, I'm going to get another one. That's how good it is. I mean, MAC Cosmetics is a staple. Like, you can't go wrong with MAC. I mean, it's MAC. Anyway, let's get back to the tutorial. I did my brows. I groomed them, I cleaned them, and I made them look pretty. I have started to grow out my brows, by the way, so that's why it looks a little funky in the beginning when I'm doing my intros and stuff. I felt like I was over waxing them and they were becoming too thin. I hate thin brows. And so I decided that I'm not going to groom them anymore as far as like tweezing, plucking, waxing, threading, none of that stuff. I'm gonna let them grow out naturally, and we're gonna see what happens. And then once it hits to a certain level, then I'll get them nicely shaped, cleaned up, and what have you. But they were just starting to look too thin, and they were starting to look more like 90 brows, the 90s era brows where people were just like over plucking. And I wanted more of like the Kim K 2000 era thick brows. So that is what I'm working on right now. And as you can see, with concealer and the right touch and application, your brows can still look fabulous and snatched despite not having them waxed. So anyway, that is my spiel. Let me stop. We're gonna go through with the Burger Palette right now. Okay, so the first color we're going to use, because we want to do a kind of fun color. I mean, the whole point of this palette is to show your creativeness, right? So the first color we're gonna go into is with onion rings, and I'm only going into onion rings because I want to use it as a transition color. So that is what we're gonna go with first. We're gonna create a nice transition color. And you know how I feel about my transition colors. Transition colors, all it is just us just building the colors in, right? Starting off slow and then working our way up into that nice deep color that we want to see at the end. Okay. Transition color in. The next color we're gonna go into, we're gonna have a little fun with this. We're gonna go in with avocado. I know what you're thinking. Avocado with onion rings? Yes, we're doing avocado with onion rings. This is my pretend burger. Would I eat a burger like this? I don't know. I have to think about that. Think about it. Anyway, we're going in with avocado, and it's that green color, obviously avocado green. So you know what? I'm gonna use a different brush because it's green. Okay. So I'm gonna dip into that green color right there. Ooh, pretty, 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 pretty. And we're gonna start to build this in right here. Hard to see, I know. It's the only time when I'm like, okay, green, come through, please. Please, please, please come through. Okay, you can see a little bit of that green. We're gonna deepen it, don't worry. So right now we've used onion ring, avocado, and now we're going in with spinach. And it's that deeper green. Oh, I know, we're getting bold. We're getting bold. And we're just gonna focus it right on the outer corner because that's where we really want it to pop. See that? Give it time, it'll come together. Okay, the green is on. Next, I want to start to cut this crease. So I'm using my Revolution Makeup Revolution London cut crease canvas. I keep saying this wrong and I don't know why. It's this little thing right here. I always say it wrong. I like the felt tip on this, but for the sake of like, I just want to make sure that this cut crease really gets cut right. I just want to apply it with one of my brushes. And I just want to shape out, carve out how far up I want this cut crease to go. And now we can just pack it in. It doesn't have to be perfect, guys. Okay, now that we've carved out what we want it to see more or less, I'm going to go in with a 1,000 Islands or 1,000 Island. And it's that pretty pink color. Dab a little bit of that. It is coming out kind of chunky, so I'm not sure why, but let's see how this rolls. I don't know, guys. We'll see. Let me try using a different brush. It did come out a little chunky, I will admit. Not a fan of that, especially when you're trying to pack this in. But we're going to work with this anyway. And I'm just focusing it where I cut my crease at. So it's almost like staying within the lines. That is what I'm trying to do. Don't worry about it being perfect because we're going to blend that all out. All the edges. We're going to smoke it out some more. But for the sake of this look, we want to pack it in first. And to smooth this out, we want to pack it in so it blends out more. And then I'm going to go in with cheddar, and I'm just going to focus this right on the inner. Like that. And then go back in with that 1,000 Island. And blend it all in, just like that. I know, guys, there is a method to my madness. Okay, so the eyes are pretty much set. I know you guys can't see the vision, but it's coming. Trust me when I tell you it's coming. Anyway, I'm gonna go in now with my, where is it? My Kat Von D Trooper Black liquid liner. So I'm going to use this to create a nice cat eye, kind of like wing liner. So I'm going to go into this very quickly. Just like that, and I'm going to do the other eye and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I have my wing liner on, I am now going in with my Glamlite Fry-Lashes. And they look like this. So I'm kind of excited about these lashes. I'm gonna take these off the packaging. I really don't want to mess up the packaging, but I've got to finish this look. Let's see, let's get these bad boys out. I'll do one lash with you guys on camera. Okay, we got the lash out. It wasn't that hard to do that. Where's my glue? Yeah, I really need to organize this stuff. Like, I'm really serious. This eye, I don't know what you guys think about the eye so far. What are your thoughts? I'm applying my duo glue to the lashes, and the trick is to let it dry just a little, so it's a little tacky, and then once it's tacky enough, start to work it into the eye. Don't let it dry up too much, because if you have to move it around to adjust it, you want to have room to do that. If it dries up, you won't have room to do that. It'll get all sticky, all messy, and then it'll start to mess up your eye makeup. It's just a whole big process. So let it get a little tacky before you go and apply it to your eye. If it's too wet, it'll shift. If it's too dry, it won't stick properly. You won't be able to move it around if you don't put it in the right position. So it has to be a balance. I know, sounds like science, but it's really not. It just takes practice. So I'm gonna let this dry out a little bit. I blow on my lashes. I wouldn't recommend you blow on a client's lashes, just because of germs and bacteria and stuff like that. So, all right. I think we're ready. Okay, so we're gonna start to apply the lashes. So first what I do is I usually concentrate right on the middle first. Once the middle is attached, then I go in and I start to attach the front and then the edge. And then I play with it until it's all fully attached. So the first thing you want to do is situate the eye in the middle, the lash in the middle, and then work around it. That's why it's important for it not to be so wet. I just heard myself say it. That's why it's so important for the lash not to be so dry or too wet, to give it room for you to move it around if you have to. Oh, I'm loving this right now. I gotta say, this is probably by far the easiest lash application I've had to put on. Like, it went on so smooth. And I'm really feeling the lash itself. Like, this is a big win for me. It feels comfortable. I mean, I know it still needs to dry. I'm gonna go over it with my liner. Okay, bam, lashes are on. Eyes are almost complete. I usually go back in at the end. I'm gonna go in with my primer. Of course, you guys know I mentioned in my last tutorial that I love the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter primer for my face. I don't know why it does what it does, but I love it. Okay. Yeah. Get off, get off, get off. Okay, once that's done, I'm going in with my Nars foundation. As I mentioned before, I picked this bad boy up when I was looking for something to replace the foundations that I have that weren't working, because now I'm a different complexion. If you caught my other video, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. So right now, I'm going to just apply this to my brush. And I'm going to buff this in. Nars saved my life. And see how evenly and pretty that looks? I mean, this whole look is starting to come together. Now I'm going in with my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Contour Concealer. Oh my god, I fell in love with this one. I got this at Ulta, and I must say, between this one and the Huda Overachiever, both these have given me life. Especially after my concealers, and as I mentioned before, my concealers and my foundation have not been working because I'm a different color. So yeah. But anyway, saving my life right now. Just show you guys again. So what I love about this concealer is that it's so easy to blend. Like, it just doesn't take much to kind of get it into the crevices that you want it to get into. And I'm using a brush to do this, you know? But look at that, like, just beautiful. And we're gonna buff this in. I usually like to go in with my fingers to kind of blend it all in and get it into the skin. But look at that. Effortless, buildable. And just like that, like, wow. It opens, it brightens up the eyes. It blends in nicely. And it took like no effort. You know what I'm saying? Like most concealers, you have to keep blending in, blending in, blending in. Just no effort. And these are the kind of concealers that I love. My Jeffree Star Topaz powder. And I'm going to dab some of this into, and I'm just gonna dust it in. Okay, look at that. Nice and snatched. So now I'm going in with my Dark Deepest Mineralize Skin Finish powder by MAC, and I've been using this since the summer began. And I'm just gonna buff this into my skin. I'm going in with my contour, and I'm using the Glamour Bronze Phenom Face and Body Bronzer by Morphe. This one. And just gonna highlight and contour a little, just where the sun would naturally kiss me. I don't want to do too much. Now I'm going in with my Juvias the Saharan Blush Volume 2 palette, which I love. This summer, this is my palette to use. It's this one right here. And I'm going to go in with Tao and Lena. And those are like the coral colors. And I go in between both of them. So I just dab into both and just hope for the best that the color that I want originates, and it does. But I'm really loving this palette for the summer. I usually, when I find a blush palette that I like, I usually just stick to it until I find something else that I like. So first it was like the MAC, a little compact powder that I had, blush powder that I had, and then it turned into the ColourPop palette, and now it's this Juvias palette right here. So, and then I'm gonna go in with Zoba and Sola, and those are those two shimmery colors right in the middle. And I'm just going to dab those colors right onto, just like that, apples of my cheeks, to give it, oh, come on here, a hint of bling to you guys, shimmer. Just a hint of shimmer. Yeah, do a little bit on the nose and a little bit on the forehead. Not too much, because we don't want to look crazy, but we want to make sure that this is uniformed. Oh, I'm loving this already. Yes. For my lips, I'm using the Hudabeauty lip kit, this one right here, and the color that I'm using is the, where do we find the, oh, maybe I'll read it on it. I'll tell you guys right now which one. Trophy Wife, sorry. So the lip that I'm using is, the lips kit set that I'm using is Trophy Wife, and it's this one right here, and it comes with a lip pencil, a gloss, and a kind of like a matted lip stain. So it's this one right here. It comes in 3 sets. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to line my lip with Trophy Wife. In with a Trophy Wife, the lip stain, this one right here. I'm using the lip strobe in Shameless, and it's this one right here. I go in with my Hudabeauty Extra Hold. This too also has a fragrance. I think I mentioned it in my last video. It smells like hairspray. And I'll be right back. Okay guys, here is the final look on this tutorial. When you're working with a palette like this right here, you want to do something fun, you want to do something creative. You can do anything basic with a palette, right? But we're talking about the Glamlite Burger Palette. I mean, you have to go a little extreme, right? To test out the colors to see what they really can do. And honestly, all honesty, I love the packaging. I love how convenient it is where you can, you know, you have two sides, you can bend it. I mean, that's really important, especially when you are an artist and, you know, either you're using the palette on a client, if you decide to, you know, if you work from home or if you're freelancing. And also when you're doing your own makeup, I mean, it's easy to hold it like this as opposed to holding it like that, right? Like that. So very convenient with respect to the flexibility. I love the durability of the packaging. It feels like leather, like a leather cushion. That's exactly what it feels like. So I really like the textures. The matte colors were good. As I started to build the colors, I wanted to see them like really come through. It took a while for that to happen. Obviously you have to build, you have to really work in the colors. So the color is there, the vibrancy can be there, you just have to work it a little bit more. The only downside to this palette is honestly the shimmer. That color right there, for whatever reason, you know, as you start to move it, it kind of shifts. It almost feels like jelly. So I think it was naturally made to do that. So I'm not sure, but that would be the only thing that I would say when you went into it, when you dipped into it, it kind of felt chunky. And when you're applying it to your eye, you really have to blend it out well so that those chunks don't lift the look, like kind of like stay in that position where it looks chunky on your eye. That is the only thing I did not like about this palette. As you can see, the colors do pop. The colors do come to life when you blend them together, and depending on how you exercise them all together, they should work beautifully. Overall, I did like this palette. I enjoyed this palette. It was fun creating these colors. There is definitely range here where you can use more than one color. And do more than one look. If you're someone still wondering whether or not you want to invest in the palette, it's entirely up to you. Like I said, it's convenient for home, not so much if you are a traveling makeup artist or a freelancer. I mean, this is not something I would take on set, but it is something that I would play with while at home because it's fun, it's creative, and let's just face it, I am a collector of all palettes, as I've mentioned in a lot of my tutorials. So this is kind of iconic, and it'll definitely be something that I'll look back on and say, wow, you know, I've really collected a lot of palettes and they were really creative, and this was definitely one palette that is very much creative. What can I say about the lashes? The lashes applied easily. They're very flexible, durable, definitely. I don't feel like I can't get more than one use from it. I definitely feel like I can get more than one use on my lashes, which is really important to me because I don't like to wear lashes once and then throw them out. Like, I want to wear them until the wheels fall off, until like they start to break apart. So definitely I did enjoy the lash application. It fits comfortable on my lash line. It fit my eye shape perfectly. This is definitely one of the lashes that I would probably invest in all the time because it's hard for me to find lashes that I like that are not like too dramatic, where it like it speaks more, like the lashes pop out more than your whole entire face. Like I can't do those lashes. My eyes are too small for it. But when I can find a lash that gives me that flair, that drama without being too much, then I'm all for it. And these lashes definitely did that. So I really did enjoy these lashes. Overall, I'd give this a good review. I did like everything that was presented, and I had fun creating this video. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, let me know what you think. Comment below on this look right here. Let me know if you liked it. Would you guys wear this outside? What do you guys think about the palette? What are your reviews? What are your thoughts? Definitely drop the comment down below. I will have all of the products that I used in my description box. And once again, thank you guys for all of your support and for watching this tutorial. I hope to see you guys soon. Bye. Now I want a burger. I think it's time for a burger. Yeah. Bye guys.